Tracy and Doris, who has already been using some of our products. So love to share the experience with you later at the end of the presentation today. And Sean, our CTO, you want to say hello, Sean?
Hello. Co-founder, CTO.
Co-founder. He's an engineer, so he's very shy. Okay, so, but I talk a lot. Don't worry about it. And welcome. And I want to start today's presentation with a concept. We feel the gap of in-person services and homebound members. That gap. Now, there's plenty of technologies out there, but not many technologies can really become so usable in a way that seniors, people with disabilities and challenges, will be able to adopt. So we're talking about technology that has a very high adoption rate, not only among your members and also your caregivers. We cannot select overly complicated technology and then your staff already been overwhelmed with PPE and all that, come back to you and say, I'm not using them. I'm not using them, so now they become sitting on the shelf and collect dust. So the idea is hybrid. Hybrid is always good. Everybody upstairs is talking about hybrid. But how many can really help you to deliver hybrid in a way that there's a revenue mechanism behind it, not a cost that come out of your pocket. That's what I'm talking about here. That's what HealthJ is all about. So we want to have a bold vision. The vision starts with what I call inclusive innovation. Innovation that is not only, hey, do a Zoom meeting and do a Zoom link. That is great. Zoom actually rescued a lot of us during the pandemic. But in moving forward, how are we going to build in an innovative platform in a way that's inclusive in languages, inclusive in usability, in cognitive levels? How are we going to really have that built into your daily operation? That's the inclusive innovation that we're dealing with. A bold vision. So today we're going to go through hybrid adult day and how to elevate revenue. At the same time, elevate revenue in a way that doesn't overhaul or overly overwhelm your staffing resources, helping you to enhance your staffing capacity through an inclusive, innovative platform, HealthJ. Bottom line math. Now, this is something that I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so you can see my whole thing. This is an interesting concept, and you will see down the road how HealthJ is different from just a technology outside of a box. There is a tremendous revenue mechanism in our intelligence that's built in. Every single feature that we advance, that we propose here, has a money idea, back it up. If we are not talking about, ooh, let me see, did I do
There, sleeping.
Yeah, if we are not talking about revenue and how to make extra money to it, how are you going to pay for it? Now, if you're thinking of, let's just wait to, for CMS to pay that bill, well, then we are just sitting there and wait. It may never come. So with HealthJ, we're going to show you today what we call the J Club. J Club is the first ever really built into a tablet, a marketplace, where you as an adult day center can sell your content, your activity on our platform that's being built in as part of our tablet solution. And we are addressing it from the bottom line math, meaning that now we have COVID. Before COVID, you have no shows. How many no shows percentage did you get per day? Maybe 20% of your membership. They will not show up because, oh, I am not feeling good today, or I have a flu, I have a seasonal flu, all kinds of reasons. But before COVID, you always have a no-show, percentage. How can we make that no-show eliminated and make that become a continued billable item so you can prevent loss of income when you don't have much, extra room to play with these days? So that's one thing we want to tackle. Another thing is that with COVID, a lot of people are frustrated. They don't want to come to the center because they're afraid of Delta variants and all kinds of things. Number 3 is, how can we implement a technology platform without, again, overwhelming staffing resources? So this is where we stand. We are tablet services. We are a tablet solution. But we are way more beyond it. And Doris actually taught me this. Now, you guys are adult day centers. You all have EHR. You remember, Doris, you taught me this yesterday. You all have EHR. The EHR is something that the caregivers communicate. Those are easy. Why? If these are not, they are not easy. But you don't do the EHR system with your members. You don't. So if you guys can figure it out how to use the technology platform, how to use the software, problem solved. Mm-hmm. But how are you going to collect the data from your end user? My mom, 82, if she goes to your center, how are you going to collect the data from my mother and feed it back to the EHR? Now, I am where I stand, where we stand as HealthJ is this. What, Sean, you can show quickly, flash our stuff. So what you see, the 6-button here, the 6-button tablet, we are the really front-end end-user tool that help you to engage, provide your classes, provide your activity, provide your wellness check, and we collect the data. There's no EHR out there can collect the data that I collect because this is the end-user tool. Mm-hmm. And it's simple enough to engage the end user. They are not putting on the shelf and collect dust. With this, you feed the data back to the EHR, and the EHR is managed by a center. Now we go happily getting the money reimbursed. So this is a flow. This has been the missing gap. Mm-hmm. Okay? So I want us to be on the same page. What are we dealing with? Is that do you have really the downstream end user engagement tool that can keep your census, grow your census, bring in someone from the rural community that has no services, no activity, no social determinant of health, and you become their provider, grow your business, and then collect the data, feed it back here, grow your center. Okay, so we're on the same page on that. Any questions, thought, interesting thought? Okay. So I'm going to have Sean to start to talk about, so Sean and our engineer team create our software, and he is going to explain to you why we're so different, starting from simplicity.
Yeah, so I guess if there's anything behind this, from the very beginning, the design was simplicity, and that means simplicity for the end user, this tablet user, and across the board for the dashboard and the mobile app. But to achieve simplicity means to leave as much anything that can be complicated out, right? And so, number one, there's no typing on this. You never even type. There's no keyboard that ever comes up. Number two, everything's huge, huge fonts, huge buttons, and very few buttons. And even if you can't actually tap on this, you're gonna get your activity reminders 10 minutes before they start. It's gonna speak it out loud. You're gonna get 2 minutes before an activity starts. You're gonna get a full screen dialogue again that speaks, and we can show you that.
Let's test it now.
Yeah.
So let me hold it.
Why don't you hold it and bring it closer to people? And we'll trigger.
So who wanna be my tester? Tracy, you're good at it. I mean. She has been playing my machine forever now, so I'm going to have her test it.
So I'm just going to
do another one. See, who want to volunteer and test my machine? You want to try?
Sure.
All right. All right. So now you're a senior. You're 92, okay?
Starting now.
Hold it up to show the people in the back. So it talks to you.
If you don't press it, it opens anyway.
Press it?
Yeah.
So do not touch it.
If you don't touch it, it
yeah.
automatically opens.
Okay, let's try one more time, Sean. Let's just hang up and do one more time now. The secret sauce of my technology is called auto turn on. So all the activity, all the wellness check, all the incoming activity and calls, even my grandkid calling you, 92-year-old gentleman, it's all auto turn on. If I have a stroke, if I have dementia, don't rely on me to press green, red, or read a name tag. No. Now, this is revolutionary because first time ever, seniors, any tech savviness will be included. That's why I call myself the inclusive innovation. So let's try one more time, Sean. Trigger an activity. So then they all will get it. And you hold it up, okay? So don't touch it. Then people will say it's auto turn on.
But it takes 2 minutes for the activity. You can do a call. I got one.
Okay.
Also, this is the staff app, so same thing.
So we have a free walkie-talkie app for all the caregivers.
Incoming group call from Sean. Press the green button to answer.
No, do not press it. It's tricky. Do not press it. Because I want everybody to see it's auto turn on, okay? All right, I buy you guys a coffee for holding it up. 30 seconds.
That one's showing like how long.
It takes how long?
Yeah.
It's a countdown, okay? So now if you're in the bathroom, you come out, 30 seconds, put your lipstick on, you'll be on a wellness check.
My seniors hear that
See?
sound and they run to put clothes
Did you
on.
get it?
They're like,
Okay,
wait,
turn
wait,
on.
wait, wait, wait.
See, Sean popped up for a second in the middle of mine.
Yeah.
Do you hang up, Sean?
It seemed to lose connection.
Lost connection, yeah.
Oh, here's the thing. The
internet here
The internet's insane here.
So
I will place a
basically,
request video call in 15.
so now
There
you
you
can
go.
answer it. Let's see if you answer it. Connected,
Yeah.
right? So now you can press green. You can press the green button. You have the option of auto turn on, or you can press it. So now you're in a video call. Oops. So now you're in a video call, a three-way video call. Now, can you imagine if you're in a doctor appointment or you're doing an intake, you don't speak English. Let's say your client does not speak English, like I speak Chinese. Can you imagine you can invite a translator on there?
Mm-hmm.
Instant. Now you can now open up a new line of business, the communities, different ethnic communities. Now in the past, you have a hard time of even finding someone to be a translator, but let's say you can include a son and daughter who can pop in for 2 minutes, right? So it's about usability and how it can make your life, your job a lot easier. That's one. So another one, let's show the activity. Because I think that I believe that all you guys are having a social component in your adult day services. So let's make an activity.
Okay, I can trigger one, and they don't have to wait for the.
Yeah, you can trigger one.
Okay.
Who want to hold
Brain
it?
Games is starting now.
Who want to do
We
it?
will automatically join in a couple of minutes.
I get volunteers.
Press the green button to join
Okay, so I'm
anytime.
going to pass to the
Sure.
back this time. And who want to
Do you
try
want me to
it?
press the green button or just wait?
You can press the green.
You can press it.
Press the green. You guys get activity?
Yeah.
Now, you see.
Oh, okay.
So there is the teacher and your class. That's your adult day center. You can include all your members here. Now, your members are joining. Your members are joining no
I'm on the
touch.
floor.
Your members are joining no touch, so they do not need to do Zoom or Team or any password.
And it can be a webcam hooked up to a laptop.
Right.
You don't have to see.
So in my system,
And also it can always start on the laptop side.
Right.
To auto film.
so in my system, there's never a password, never any navigation. There's not even a keyboard. Now, so that is a big difference because now, back in the Zoom days, we have to send a link, we have to set things up. What does that mean to you? Now, okay, we can hang up. Just so we can hang up on that.
And if you hang up, it automatically hangs up. So if there's no touch on the patient's, on the
Right.
member side, you hang up and it hangs
We'll
up.
Keep that for a while.
So
We
they
keep
never
that
have
for
to
a while.
touch it.
And so we're gonna do some more other fun things. So let's try to send a message. Now, let's say how many of you are medical adult day? Medical? Okay. So let's do a medicine reminder. If you're at home, or you want to say, hey, the driver is delivering lunch box outside your house, which we do a lot during COVID, right? You deliver food. So let's say you send a message, Sean, and say,
No, I'm
Rosita, I'm delivering.
I'm making my own message.
Okay, you not do nasty things to me, okay? You do this all the time. But let's say I'm delivering something.
That sounds weird.
or Or medicine reminder, take your medicine at 2 o'clock, okay? So let's see what you get. Now hold it up, guys, hold it up.
Very good.
I just have to add one more.
You have to use this for the power of good.
Do you send?
Almost.
Please remember to take your Fred Flintstone vitamins.
Okay, now you can press the red button to dismiss it, and if you go to the posting, go to the posting tile, you tap it, you will see the message is there. Okay? Now, can you imagine
Yeah.
if you're doing a turkey dinner or vaccination, you have 100 members, okay? You send that message across the board, everybody gets it.
Yeah.
And say, well, vaccination is on in my lobby today, or pick up your packet, whatever. What does that mean? When you don't have enough staff, save it, okay? The whole point about innovation, going back to what I was saying in the beginning, is how can we make it staff, what's that word? Not draining your staff resources. In fact, enhance your staffing capacity. That's what technology is supposed to be. And did you guys spend 5 hours learning my system? No, I believe that now you have become a HealthJ ambassador. All you need to do is just play with it, right? Half an hour, you will know how to use it. And imagine if you're a member who hate technology, who had been scared by technology in the past, if you get that in your hand, is that easy to use? No touch, it turn on and you can communicate.
So another thing that we should mention really quick, people ask a lot, like, does it work on iPad? Well, there's an iPad out there. Yes, it does. It works on Android. Here's an Android tablet that Doris uses, a smaller one that got through a grant, I think.
Yeah.
There are some advantages to using ours, and we basically designed it so it has a charging dock, stable, and it has speakers in the new version coming out. And it's also under MDM, mobile device management, which means it's a really locked out kiosk. Although you can in both platforms do your own kiosk kind of thing to lock it in. But so those are some of the primary differences. But it's perfectly usable on Android and iOS.
Yep.
Tablets too.
So if you have dementia, cognitive challenges, technology is difficult. So we can actually eliminate the 6 buttons. The 6 buttons that you're seeing today in your hand can be changed to 2 buttons, 1 button, 3 buttons, depending on what feature that you find it helpful.
This one has 3, for example.
That's my mom's
You
tablet,
toggle.
and that's why there's all the other
It's all
buttons. She's
configurable
dementia.
on the dashboard per person, and more is being configurable on the mobile app.
So we have, you guys have just listened to our pitch about, easing staffing shortages and staffing crisis. We have centers use this for wellness check, for virtual wellness check. Good job. because
Playing
that's
with
what
it,
you-
Gee, now you're a pro.
If you press that request button, it will go to a caregiver's walkie-talkie app. So let's play that one more
I
time.
don't know which.
Who is your member? Who's Jack? Okay, so who wants to be a caregiver?
We can't give it for Jack.
Okay, you want to be a
4
caregiver?
seconds, 3 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Jack.
Hang on, they're gonna call you.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Do you hang up?
Hold on, let me call him.
I think,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wonder, is that who you are?
Okay,
Yeah.
she's calling you.
Okay.
Okay, let's do one more time.
Okay.
So you're Jack, right?
Yeah, I'm Jack with the gray hair.
Okay, so now you press the request button. This will come to the walkie-talkie app. So now you have
You
the
can tap the
walkie-talkie.
green button too. To do it.
Jack Wonder.
Yeah, so you don't need to call her, she will call you. Okay, you just, so she's a member.
I'm having
She's a
trouble
member.
contacting my caregiver.
Oh, wait.
Let's say she passed out. She passed out in the bathroom.
Jack, you okay?
She passed out, and what she did is that she called the request button. It go to the caregiver on shift.
Yeah.
On shift. Now we have, let's show the dashboard. In my dashboard here, you can actually put your office hour. Let's say if you want to work 9 to 3, I'll give you 2 hours early leaving your shift, okay? 9 to 3. The request button will not ring after 3 o'clock. So in this system, in the dashboard, you can put in your work hour, what time you start, what time you end, because we do have a lot of seniors. They're lonely. They keep pressing the thing. You're going to keep answering it nonstop. You don't want to get a call at 11 p.m. at night. So we are actually an industry-based technology. It's not just, there's a lot of wonderful products out there. I do believe it. But they facilitate just video conferencing without an industry-based mechanism. Why do I say it's industry-based? Because I let you set your office hour. Again, 9 to 5. After 5, your center, close out. The calls won't come through. The calls can route through a family member. Okay, number 1. Number 2, we have a robust report system. So now Sean is going to show you. Let's talk about the EVV. EVV. So in your tablet, so you both have it, tap the orange button. The orange button, you see what do you see in there? Yep, you see the QR code. Now, who wants to volunteer to be a caregiver now? Let's say if I'm delivering a meal. Okay, you try. Okay, you look super smart, so bro, let me do it. Now, first day in the job, okay? If you make a mistake, I'll fire you, okay? Now let's say this is a caregiver app. I create a ticket saying lunch delivery. I'm going to go to Jack, and you will press the scanner. You go and scan the QR code. We all know what's EVV. So now
I'm gonna scan it.
it's in here. It's now in the system. So when I deliver a lunchbox to your apartment, Jack, I scan it in, document it. There's no pencil and paper. It will go to the report that Sean has in the dashboard. Per member, every single member, like Jack, you have a 1 month of a report of all the meal delivered, the ride drop off, ride pickup, and we have a backup system to show you. Google actually documented. So let's say, do one more time. You can select. What do you see there?
Ride pickup, ride drop off, and meal delivery.
So let's say if you do a ride drop off. Let's say you drop her off at a clinic. Okay? Now you're gonna scan Jack in there. That's Jack's name right there. And then you can use GPS locator. Now, it's what? Day and time, stamp. Okay, now you press submit. Submit successful. What does that mean? That means it's in the record.
Yeah, it's in the
Now,
record.
I'm going to show you, I'm not lying. So in my report, this is what we need to streamline. You guys don't have enough people. And I don't want to give you technology that make you work even harder. So Sean, can we show that? Service log. And that's the report. Okay, so you go show the service log. But I also want to go back to that panel. There's a,
327.
yeah, can I show
Let's
quickly?
do that.
Oops. Wow. Hang on a second.
It's the last two.
No, I want to show here.
Generate it? Yeah, push generate.
Right here. So I'm going to show you guys the dashboard. What do you see here, Tracy?
Ride drop off address.
Baltimore,
Yes.
Maryland,
Yeah, GPS.
and Jack was the guy who being scanned to get the food, and my staff, first day on her job, she did it correctly, and there's Veronica, and what is the day and time?
10/15/2021, 3:27.
Yeah.
3:27. It's now being logged. And what does that mean is it will go to your EHR. It will go right to the system. Did you have to take a pencil and paper and write anything down? Are you happy now? Yeah. She's not happy. So,
You go to reports.
yeah, you can generate a
I
report.
generated a report for you already. Just go to reports tab. She's so cute. And then you see the,
Okay, so now,
redo it.
okay, so can you redo it?
Does the report go into your EMR, or can you
We can integrate with, on the API level, with people that will support it, so we're open to.
So let's say if you use my new friend Kimberly's system, Kimberly, the Wells guy expert. So we can integrate with them and have not yet, but she says she's gonna help me out by integration. So, the most popular platform, we're dying to support you to get that integrated. At the end of the day, as I said, back then, right here, we are really the user end. We collect the data, you populate the Kimberly, and then you run your center and grow and do your business in a lot more easier way. So we went through how to maintain revenue, because when you deliver food, you don't want to say, we don't want the payers say, well, you don't have documentation, so I'm not paying you. Okay, for the ride drop off, ride pickup, you don't want to say, I'm not paying you, no, because this is my documentation, this is my EVV, and this is my paperwork, this is all electronically collected. Okay, we need to have that back you up. So this is what I call maintenance. Now, when people coming to your center, when people coming into your center, you're holding the QR code. You know what my clients are doing these days? Because the QR code, you see, this is Johnny. That's your member, okay? And you can print this out, put it in a lanyard. When Johnny come to your center, scan him in. When you scan Johnny in, it's recorded in my report. So you don't even have loose paper anymore. This is what we call hybrid. We support virtual, we document virtual. At the same time, we also support in-person physical visit. Any question, any interesting thoughts so far?
What if there's not cell service where you're going?
Oh, no cellular services?
Right.
That's a great question. Well, my machine actually allow you to put in a SIM card. So I have
No cellular service, or?
No cellular.
no Wi-Fi, right?
No phones, yeah, no Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Well, that
It
will be
needs
a
an
problem.
it does need an internet connection,
Okay.
either
Mhm.
Wi-Fi or cellular.
Yeah, but if we do service quite a bit of rural customers, let's say I have one client in Massachusetts, it's way out in the mountains, and the lady was isolated and takes 45 minutes to pick her up, drop her off. So now they moved to my program. She doesn't have internet at home. So in my tablet, and Sean can, our own JPAD tablet, we allow you to input a SIM card. So, in Best Buy, their data plan, $5 to $10. You put it in there. Hey, you know what? It's fixed the people who cannot show up at the center. It will be extra revenue for you. So the $10, $20 data plan, almost worth it, because you can kind of maintain the revenue.
I think $20 for unlimited is Verizon's
Yeah.
best right now. But you, yeah.
So this is the whole point. This is about monetizing no-shows, okay? Now, you can now have your live classes, your own center classes to be streamed and delivered to the people who are staying at home. So there's no more excuses and say, oh, I'm not showing up, Tracy. Okay, well, you have my tablet. I do have centers who will sign up for 20 tablets, and if someone calling in sick that week, your driver will deliver the tablet and say, hey, you keep it for a week. Because then that whole week, you keep the revenue. Okay? So that's what I call the rainy day plan. The rainy day plan is important. So we have live classes delivered, we have pre-take classes delivered, and I'm going to have Sean to talk about the J Club. Now, beyond just your daily activity, we want to offer you a platform, what I call the marketplace, where you can start selling your daily classes, your daily activity for money, for revenue. Why do we have to do that? Because we want to make sure that there is more, there's less dependency on the traditional payer system. Because we have went through it in COVID. If they don't pay for telehealth, we're all doomed. Too bad. But if we started to be able to expand new revenue stream and be on our own feet, that will be only enhancing the viability of the survival of our business. So Sean, you want to show more on the J Club?
Yeah. So the J Club is sort of our content area, and we have J Club content providers like Doris is one, and that means you can provide either live activities and or pre-taped content, video content. And so if I were to, for example, start an activity, should have done it a second ago, but let me just start one. Let me unenroll people, so it'll ring. Hold on, sorry, I'm gonna do one thing.
So basically, it's if you look at Zoom has a lot of classes like exercise, fitness, Zumba classes, and all type, right? And they allow people these days, like my brother's wife, she likes cooking stuff, and so she signed up a bunch of Zoom classes. What we're saying is that we become a senior learning school online, that they can sign up your classes through my platform. Now, it's not just in your own community. I'm selling my JPad, the tablet app is called JPad. I'm selling my tablet to senior living communities, home care agencies. Now, so I want you to join me to expand your horizon of your business and think how you, holding the key to social determinant of health, can make money together with me by going into all different kind of communities like never before. That's my marketplace. So Sean.
Right. So basically, the J Club right now has sort of three elements. These are live activities, the ones that are literally going on right now. And this, I just started one here locally, so I'm gonna like tap here, and then I'll see that the one I started, Brain Games, here. And then the nice thing is you can just join it, and I chose the classroom
You
view,
all can
so
do it. If you have a
there's only
tablet,
one
do you have like
person
have
here.
okay? So you become my
Yeah, you
default actor.
you
So
should be able
please
to
try to
also-
join it.
There you go.
Yeah, she did.
She did it.
Yeah.
How easy is it?
So now there's two of us in the class, and people can come and go. And more than this many can join. which
So
is-
that means the classes that you put on my marketplace, my mother back in California, 82-year-old lady, she can join by just tapping the join now button. Isn't that easy now? That is not where it ends. You will get a paycheck from me because my mother is watching and joining your class. At the end of the month, depending on how many clicks and how many people watch your content, you'll get paid because I get paid for my subscription. When I get paid, I'm going to pay you back because we're a team, okay? So this is really, I want everybody to think outside the box and think, man, how can we really engage your existing membership, grow your membership, and then expand new revenue stream from somewhere else that we never think about it before, right? And it will not be possible if my system is complicated. It will be only possible when you guys join without even learning. I didn't even teach you anything. You just play with it and you get on. So, Sean, yeah.
Yeah, so that actually, the other nice thing about being able to browse the live ones is it's kind of like you're on a TV checking things out. If you like something, you hit enroll. Now it means you get the 10-minute reminder and the auto joining feature. So you can kind of browse, find things you like, enroll, unenroll on the tablet. It doesn't have to be, it's definitely possible with our dashboard to do that on the behalf of someone for sure, but they can do it themselves. And then I've got the old version on
No, she
this.
has a question.
Oh, sorry.
How do you keep background noise in the last version from interrupting?
Yeah, well, we can auto mute, like have it default to muting, and I'm looking into it's called noise gating, where you have a thresholding. We don't have that quite yet, but I did a lot of audio stuff. I was into music when I was younger.
Also, I do have a question. So during like she said, during the activities, there's a whole bunch of boxes where you can see everybody, which is great, but like sometimes like,
You don't want that?
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
so
like
actually we have three
just-
options so far. We have a
Okay.
full screen option,
Right.
And that one
'Cause
scales
sometimes
to
people
broadcasting
with the
to
not
tons
channel,
of
they'll
people.
just like lose it from looking at everybody else, but they're
Yeah.
still being engaged, but not.
No, that's
focused on
completely
one.
optional. When you
Yeah.
create an activity, you can update it too. But yeah, you can. I call that one the classroom. Lecture hall is you just see the presenter or the webcam.
Okay.
And then we have a grid view, which is more for group calling scenarios, but you can choose it if you want, where it's more democratic. Everyone's the same size on the
Right.
screen. So those are the three options right now. There's going to be more stuff coming out, which I'm excited about, where the classroom view isn't actually an activity, it can be a video or a game. So, and that's really interesting to me because it allows, like, you don't even have to have a staff member, for example, to be there. You can like have people choose a video and invite their friends to come join into a group scenario or schedule that kind of
So
thing.
can you imagine
So that's
if
kind of
we can
on
go
the
for
horizon,
that,
close
if we can
horizon.
go for that 4 hours reimbursement, the 4-hour activity without involving a staff, you can have a video pre-recorded as a material, and the members among themselves can call each other, and we document the time that they log on, the time that they log out, proven in my record, okay? Can you imagine if they can entertain among themselves? I mean, that would be crazy. That would be good. And I think that at the end of the day, if you don't offer weekend classes, have them go to your library and start calling each other and say, I want to watch Doris cooking show yesterday. Let's just go and have a chat group. They can start seeing each other on video and have someone doing something engaging on the weekend. Now, I do have customers these days that say, weekend, our staff's off. We're not opening. But if
Right.
we have this, you
But
can
with this, you
expand
can
your...
actually schedule an activity, which is a video watching activity or a bingo game soon activity where you're playing, but it's more about the social aspect of being together. And you don't have to be there, so it can happen on the weekend too. And so it can be both on demand, where the person says, "Hey, I'm going to watch this video and I'm going to invite people," or it can be a scheduled thing where. And the big difference is like one's published sort of as a thing that will be live. You can say what's going on now and drop in. So that's.
Yeah. And
We
there's
haven't showed
another
the-
question there?
Yes, I had a question. Can you explain a little bit more about who would host these events? And you said that a participant can join a different organization? Is
Yeah.
that what you meant?
So we have kind of two scopes. The original scope was sort of an organization, like it'd be your adult day center scope, and we still have that. So you can have private to your center activities and opt
your
out.
member
You don't
alone.
have to be like we call it the part of the J Club content provider network. You can still do this just for yours, and you can mix it too, or you can be part of the J Club content provider network, and that means anyone in the Health J ecosystem can consume that content, see it, and you're making it publicly available to everyone.
So the question then is, if you want to keep this as a center activity, a center project, then you're retaining your membership, you're maintaining the communication, wellness check, blah, 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 great. But if you want to be aggressively selling it for extra revenue, then you can upload your video, let's say, to my marketplace. That will open up to millions of people, hopefully one day, like from coast to coast. Whoever is subscribing, so I have home care agencies, right, working with us. So someone from Texas in Houston, okay, maybe a home alone, senior, they can go on my JPad and browse your class and say, I love it. I really love it. And then whenever they watch it, if they subscribe my app, right, they can watch you, and then we will have a profit sharing right there. So that's a second scope. But at least maintaining the center census is something that is bread and butter. And then grow your membership, and then sell your content is another level. It's not just a technology in a box, as I say, from the get-go. It's about creativity. It's about creating a new model of aggressively going for growth, future growth.
And I guess the final element of the J Club is the video. That's sort of 24/7 pre-recorded content. And it actually, do you still have the other tablet? Or yeah, can I ask you to just tap on the video library? And then go to history maybe? So maybe, can you show it? I'll show it, what she's, and then tap on the video, so she's tapping on this video. And I'm gonna let you play that one. So go ahead and tap that video. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, it remembers where someone left off, so I was playing that one earlier. So basically it's a full screen video player. We use Amazon Content Delivery Network, which is a fancy way of saying it makes it as fast as possible.
So try to imagine your content, your center activity. Get on there, and someone from at home subscribing yours and watching your content, right? Now your revenue stream is going to be widely expanded. It's no longer prohibited by the four walls. Yeah.
So you were saying about like different languages, you know, like for instance, I've had quite a few people that spoke Polish, which I don't have a translator for Polish. We had to like rely on, you know, technology through iPad kind of thing. Does that like translate for
That's a
you?
great question. Sean is going to show you something magical.
Oh, okay.
Can you show the Mandarin?
Yeah, but I just want to explain it for 1 second. So there's a company that I really like called Maestra, and it basically analyzes the audio of a video chat track, takes it into text, gives you the opportunity, if you're doing it just trusting them, like to get it 100% perfect. If it say it's in English, you can fix it if there's any little tweaks, and then it translates it to any of 22 languages. And the nice thing is it creates subtitles, and it actually has very high quality speech synthesis, and it creates the audio tracks. So we can even automate that in the future, but I can show you an example of it. It's pretty impressive, and it means you can take as long as your audio is pretty clear, it can literally translate it into like 22 languages.
So when you pull
we've
out,
tried it
I
in
want
Spanish
to.
and Chinese and
Yeah, so why don't you pull that out and show, and then as he's pulling it out, I want to add on one thing. If you are a frontline caregiver and your client does not speak English, let's say you're talking to my mom, okay, she speaks Cantonese, she speaks really fast, okay, there's no way you can understand her, okay, so you're like sweating. Okay, so what do? We do not have it as of today, but we're actually adding it because diversity, we believe, is a huge market. We believe that ethnic communities are really hugely underserved, and if we can tap into that, that's your census right there. And so we are going to have, if you text them, it will come out in the machine talking in the other language. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So that kind of translated. So he's going to show you how to
yeah, it's even easier to do it with just text, but
show the video.
so I'm just going to show you like 10 seconds non-translated, just like,
Louder.
yeah.
Zia, you could play it on there and then it
No,
would be
this
on
is
the
an
screen.
iPad. This is Mac. Doesn't plug in.
Oh.
So this is one of our content providers that did this.
That's in English.
That's in English, obviously.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay, okay.
Things that you're curious about.
Okay, in English. Okay, now do the translation. So the thing with my company, okay, I mean, it's we are a younger company, but it's full of creativity. If you want to pick a technology partner, and they told me I can do a sales pitch here, so this is my better showcase. This is the company you want to do it with because we are so visionary. We are so much ahead of what the market is going. So now here's the magic.
詹妮弗·克兰西，今天我将成为我们本集的主持人。
So
Is it accurate?
You're doing, it will be translated in another language? Like, is that what you're saying?
So
So-
if you pre-record activities that you're doing, it can be translated into a different
So what we can do, so after I saw this technology, I emailed them and then talked to the founders because we were both real geeks. And so like I figured out we can use their stuff even in our portal directly to automatically do this. And there are some costs on their end, you know, it's a service.
Right.
But it's not so much, it depends, you know, so, but people can use it individually too. And then So this is like up and coming thing that,
Have them like to translate both of them, and we have the ability to do some adjustment.
you can adjust it
And
with,
make it perfect.
yeah, so that's like probably the best model is just like a point, we could maybe get a discount or something or, you know, through them.
But you can also do the video calls. You can also do the same
Oh,
thing.
like that.
Yeah,
So
with,
what will,
like if the, just a video call.
Yeah.
So if the senior's there, that you can, like Rosita said earlier, you can call the daughter on the video and say, look, because everyone had a tablet. So just bring your tablet, let's call your daughter, and we'll do it together. Now, the daughter's on here, the senior's here, and I'm talking to the senior, and we're all
So
together.
what we have seen is that we have a walkie-talkie app, as I show you, right? You play with it. The family members, the neighbors will be given this free app, right? And so let's say the daughter and the son, you know, if you want to invite them for telehealth, you can now do multiple people joining into one doctor appointment. Or if you're doing an assessment, an intake, housing arrangement, okay? If you don't speak the language, you can always invite. So the option is, you can do translation, you can do text to voice translation. You can also invite the real people to be a part of it. I think it's about inclusiveness. It's about including the people who can join and help in the process. Question.
Is it a HIPAA compliant platform?
yes, absolutely, yeah, our server, we went out of our way to.
So
find
we,
a server
HIPAA
company that
compliant,
gives
we
us certifications.
We actually work with a hospital back in California. We work with the hospital dispatch people, and it's through an adult day center. So once when they get dispatched, they go to the adult day program, and they get
The pad.
the pad,
Yep.
come with it, and so they can do wound care, they can do some maintaining, some therapy, some easy visit, and then they turn into your membership. So there's a lot of application to it. And Doris, you want to speak quickly how you apply it
Quickly?
in your quickly because she's doing an excellent job of how it.
I'm a huge fan. Spanish language senior center. This is my mom's actual tablet. When my mom's in rehab, wherever she goes, she takes her tablet with her. She was recently in rehab. This was the second time she was there. This time, this stayed by her bedside. So this is by her bedside. She's in bed. She has full-blown Alzheimer's, dementia. That's why her does not have a request button. Hers is only for the home care plug-in, the home care punch-in. The homemaker will punch in there. So she's just basically the activities at the center or, other record activities. And she's also, this is the other members have more buttons. But mom, since she has dementia, she's not gonna be using the request button. She's not using the posting. She's only gonna be using the phone calls. So my mom's at her bedside. I can call her, if I find my phone, I can call her.
I have your phone.
Can you call my mom there?
Yeah, could you call your mom?
Hit call and hit Nancy.
Call and then call Nancy.
Call Nancy.
Okay.
So mom's by her bedside.
Video. Yeah.
Her mom's by her bedside. Her friend can call her. My mom wouldn't answer it because she doesn't get that. But she now knows the sound that someone's coming in. Someone's showing up to her, okay? So I'll just push it. But then that's my mom to bedside. So we have time. She's laying next to, she's in her bed. I get her, I pop in, and basically she's like, hey! And I'm like, hi, how you doing? She's good. I'm laying here. I'm just, oh, the ladies are so nice. And we're having this conversation like I just visited her. When I asked her, have you, talked to my sister Nancy? Well, yeah, she was here yesterday. She wasn't here. She's in California. But she was here. So my mom felt that she had a visit. My mom felt that she was with someone. My mom felt that. So this time when she was in rehab, it was a very different experience. As a social day center, I use the same thing with my seniors. Same exact thing. I'm holding on to the connection to my seniors, to saying, how you doing? You okay? How long you got left? I'm gonna be here when you get back. When you get out, I'm waiting for you. I'm here, I'm waiting for you. That way, when my senior discharged, my mom comes out of the hospital, she immediately knows I'm there. We've never lost that connection. We've never not seen each other. And I think that as a social adult day, COVID taught us that we need to see each other. We need to know you're there. as the seniors needed to know, this will end. You're gonna be there when I get back. You're gonna be there. I'm here for you, I'm waiting, I'm here for you, I'm waiting. That saves their lives. So I think a very, very simple, like Rosita said, it's the end user. We are going to start using StoryCare. We're gonna start entering data as a senior center. I'm hell-bent on it because we need it as an industry, right? But when am I gonna have the time? I have a 4-hour program. When am I gonna have time to do a depression assessment? I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, when am I gonna ever have the time to do this collect this real question data? This. So my members leave at 12, I'll have my staff call her afterwards. With this, you connect straight to the senior. You don't have to ask the daughter to put your mom on. You don't have to ask anybody to put someone on. Rehab, I don't have to call the nurse and have her, please put a video. No, I'm calling my mom right to her bedside, wherever she is. My mom goes to Florida, she takes her tablet. With help, Jay, she's never far away. She's always in the next room. She's always in the next room. So no matter where she is, if I'm in Florida on vacation, I can pop my mom in. Hey mom, what you doing? What you doing? Just because we're together. And that, I think, as an industry, my seniors that come to me are my family. So I need to know, are you okay? I'm on vacation with my son. All right, but are you all right? Did you take your meds? Did you take everything with you? Oh, I forgot my blood pressure. All right, fine. Can your daughter get you in rehab? Talk to me, you and me. We have a relationship with our seniors that's impenetrable. And when we lose that, it's gone. They go to another center, they start to love over there.
Loss of income.
You've lost them. With this, we never, ever lose that connection, no matter what. And I don't know, New York, New Jersey, a state, there's a huge influx of everyone giving out tablets. So if it's a question of, oh, we don't have any Wi-Fi, go to your offices for the aging. They'll help you get technology. They'll help you get these basic tablets are giving out like cookies. All over New York anyway, New York, New Jersey. And they're basic, simple Android tablets. They have a Wi-Fi for a year. So anybody under $60,000 income can get a free tablet with a Wi-Fi for a year. Wonderful.
Wi-Fi or cellular?
A cellular, it's a little card.
Yeah.
So it's like T-Mobile or Amazon, whatever, they have these. So, and look, this is from the Offices for the Aging of Rockland County. So these are tablets that are just standard, there's nothing special. The only thing special is these two. And it really helps as an industry, it has helped us. We are a Spanish language senior center, we're culturally specific. We don't use language lines. Because my seniors would say to me, you don't know who that is. You don't know who that is. There's a lot of distrust in government. So that when we say, oh, just call so-and-so, I'm gonna call language line. Well, who is that? Oh, it's that she speaks Spanish. Well, who is it? I don't know who it is.
Right.
So they're just like, I'm not talking to this person and telling them, no. They're like, just tell them everything. No, that's weird. But, okay, fine. Let me call your daughter. Hang on. You have your tablet? Yeah, pull out your tablet. Let me call your daughter. Oh yeah, I'm here at the doctor's office with mommy. She wants to get new shoes, but now we're inclusive. And that request button can go to 6 different places. So that request button is not only your staff, it's also your backup staff, it's also your admin, it's also a lot of people.
Case manager.
Case managers, the MCO's case manager. So these are the collaborations that we can really now do in real time. So at the same exact time that I'm talking to my mom about, hey, you're going into rehab for 2 months because we got to do this incredible test and, they're doing this surgery, whatever. So you're going to go in. Now all of us are at the same time. I'm talking to everybody at once. Look, your mom has to go to rehab, or look, your mom has to, have surgery, whatever. Now we're all talking together.
Can I just add one more thing? When Doris's mom went to rehab the first time before JPAD, she came out and she sat in the car with me and she cried. She said, I thought you were never coming back for me. I'm about to cry. And this time we gave her the JPAD and kept in touch with her. And so when she came out, she was like, oh, okay, yeah, you came for me. I mean, it was a totally different experience.
I can't tell
like
you
she
that.
knew that we were constantly in communication and we weren't going to leave her. And that was a huge difference.
Mentally, she came back more cognitive. Mentally, physically, she came back. It was rehab. She had intensive rehab in the rehab center. So she had 4 weeks of nonstop PT. She came back straighter than she walked in. It's always good. The only flip side is they get really depressed. So the good news about rehab with seniors is it works wonderfully. You go in for 3-4 weeks, you come out brand new. Flip side is they're really depressed because they're in a nursing home for 4 weeks.
And they think you're going to leave them.
And they think you're gonna stay there, because that's everyone's fear at that age. So they think, you put me here, you're lying to me, you're not coming back for me, you're lying to me, you're leaving me here. And that's what's in their head continuously for those 4 weeks. So they come back hysterical. This time, it was a black and white experience. And now, now I'm planning. Now I'm saying, Mom, come January, you're going back for 3 more weeks. They still have to do one for the colonoscopy. They didn't get to do your test for your stent. They want to do the flush of these are things they want to do. I'm not doing it because my mom's dementia. She's to be put under. It's drama. It's traumatic. We're planning it. We're pre-planning it. And this is where the industry is heading. We're working with the nursing homes, we're working with the doctors, we're working with the managed cares. We're pre-planning ER visits.
I mean, it's a whole holistic approach
yeah.
a vertical integration of all the care partnership that's involved in the workflow. And I hope that you guys see that uniqueness of our platform. And there's a lot of love and thought put into it. Any questions for us or for Doris?
I want to say one last thing. Your logo is on those videos. Your information is on those videos.
Marketing.
So, marketing. So Rosita's getting us into the homes through the caregivers, through the association she has with, the visiting angels and all those home care agency monsters, right? So now you're taking my cute little activity class and sharing it with all those people. They're all gonna go, Centro Amigos? Wow, what is that? They do Zoom classes, how cool. They have Spanish classes and yoga, how cool. And the whole activity is there. What did it cost me? A video camera and a microphone. That was crazy. Video camera's microphone in my activity room. So it's putting a camera right there. It's filming you guys doing this class. It's filming the whole class and Rosita talking about JPAD and then taking the entire thing we just did and posting it. That's it.
That's it.
It's not costing you anything else, but you're getting paid for the class now, and you're getting paid every time they watch it. So that's different. And our logo's on there.
If you ever get an internet connection.
I got my logo on everything. I'm like McDonald's. I'm a straw. I have a logo. But that's marketing. McDonald's sold how many billions of burgers? And they still have their logo on their straw. Why? Because you need to have your logo. That's who you are. And she puts it right on my video. So I think that's a great video. What is that place? Centro Amigos.
At the end of the day, we want to have extra sales drive back to you.
Yeah.
If they can become in-person customers, why not, right? So they will look you up and say, oh, I really like that class. But I mean, I really thank you guys for spending time with us. I hope you have our goal visions, shared. Questions, thought, love it?
Yeah.
Everybody love it?
What is the cost?
That's
Well, so we actually doing a huge revolutionary thing that we are going to drop the price quite drastically because we actually had an invention done by Sean that we can lower the cost on video conferencing quite drastically. We can offer, we have not gone to an enterprise rate yet, but we will be offering an enterprise rate, Doris. And so at the enterprise rate, you can email me and let me know how many clients you have. I can send you the tier pricing. Or you can also do one-on-one rate if it's private pay, if it's pay by family. Pay by family, we do have scenario where you put on your markup. So let's say if it's like $20, $30, and you can mark it up to 45, you make 15, like that type of thing. So you can do the markup. Another interesting thing is that we do referral, and so let's say if you approach a Brookdale next to you, a Sunrise, community next to you, because they want your social determinant of health.
Mhm.
And then they want my platform to be the tool. There's always a referral fee, an ongoing referral fee. So there's a bunch of different creative things that we can work out together. It's about long-term partnership. Now, we don't want to just sell you a tablet and say, you go home and play with it. No. That's what everybody is doing, is that, hey, buy my technology. We don't want you to buy my technology. I mean, I'm not interested in selling my machine. I'm interested in long-term partnership where you can see revenue, you can grow it, and then we become a partner and we make money together.
It's actually,
So-
it's a subscription model based on the number of people using the JPad app, and we basically throw in the mobile app. And we encourage people to have a lot of users. In fact, we really hope that everyone that has a JPad has, 2, 3, 4 at least people that are in their, what we call the care circle, that are on their contact list. And then so,
Family
like when we
members.
onboard a member, we have a contact list, which is their care circle, and then instantly everyone can call each other. So it's sort of like a mutual group of people that.
So
it
private
makes
pay
it
is
easier.
actually quite, we have seen quite a bit of private pay because it's becoming a peace of mind tool for family to even just, hey, buy Granny a Christmas gift. 20, 30 bucks a month, and you'll get Granny on the video all day and you can monitor her and see how she's doing. It's cheaper than you're paying Comcast for like 75 bucks and watch CNN.
Yeah.
Right? And now they can watch your exercise, your activities. So we do a lot of private pay, but we love to chat more about what is the best fit for you.
What is your email on the?
On my card, yeah, do you guys have my